Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome to this power vinyasa for your ovulation. And my name is Sydney. And during today's class, I invite you to take everything at your own pace, modify, change, and do anything different as you need. And we're going to have some fun today. Let's go ahead and get started on our backs. As you recline on your mat, I invite you to bring the soles of your feet together. Let the knees fall wide. And then bring one hand over your belly and one hand over your heart. Finding a Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly to begin. Take any little wiggles or adjustments you need as you arrive, and eventually let the eyes fall closed. On your next inhale, breathe into the low belly. Feel your bottom hand rise with your breath. As you exhale, open the mouth, sigh it out. Good, 2 more just like that. Inhale, breathe into the low belly. Exhale, release. Softening into your space. One more. Inhale, belly rises. This time, let your breath travel all the way up into the chest. Feel your top hand rise. Pause at the top of your breath. Exhale, sigh everything out. And as your breath returns to its natural rhythm, see if you can just let your awareness arrive in your space. Notice any sensations in your body. Notice any emotions lingering under the surface. Just take a second and check in with yourself. During ovulation or our inner summer, we have this surge of energy. And so I'd love to offer an intention of today's class to be gratitude in our movement, expression in our movement. But as always, take what resonates and leave the rest. On your next inhale, we'll start to wiggle the fingers, bringing some movement into the body. Draw the knees together to close. Plant the soles of the feet, hips width distance apart. And if you were to reach your fingertips down, they're just out of reach from your heels. Feel your entire spine imprint into the mat. Take an exhale, empty out. Really nice. On your inhale, we let the tailbone scoop the hips up towards the sky, finding a rolling bridge here. Pause at the top of your bridge. Imagine there's a big beach ball between your knees. We're just squeezing in on it gently. Lift the heart away. Lift your heart towards the chin. Lift the chin away from the heart. Nice. Exhale, soften gently back down. Let the tailbone kiss the mat, and then as you inhale, we scoop everything back up. Strong core as you rise. Good. Exhale, soften. One more inhale, we lift into the top of your bridge. And exhale, soften back down. Take a moment, let your spine just melt into the mat. Step the feet a little bit wider, maybe so your pinky toes are even all the way off of the mat. And as you exhale, let the knees drape over to the left. Can you keep both shoulders glued down onto the mat? And as you inhale, knees lift up through center. Exhale, knees to the right. And start to experience these big, gentle windshield wipers of your knees side to side. Nice. Check in with your spine here. Notice what sensations are coming up. Awesome. So as we move through practice today, I want to invite you to just check in and remember that however you're feeling is okay. Just because you're ovulating doesn't mean you have to feel a certain type of way. It's really this practice of awareness, coming back to however you're feeling and just honoring that. Nice. When you feel ready, come back to stillness. Bring your knees to point back up towards the sky. Hands come to the backs of the thighs. Start to rock front and back. Create a little momentum. And eventually, let's meet all the way in tabletop. Plant the hands underneath your shoulders. Knees are underneath your hips. Good. We are going to take it a little spicier today, though, since we have this surge of hormones, this surge of energy. Spread your fingertips wide, and on an inhale, lower the belly, lift the heart, lift the gaze, find cow. Exhale, cat, round in, gaze to your belly button. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Really nice. Start to move through these cats and cows at your own pace. And then eventually maybe that cat and cow starts to become a little bit more organic and intuitive. You can rock side to side, sway the hips. Just allowing your body to express itself today in a way that feels really authentic, really intuitive for you. It's one of our themes of Inner Summer of Ovulation is expression. We can do a lot of that through movement. When you feel ready, come back to a neutral spine. I'm going to have you tuck the toes. On an inhale, lower the belly, come back to your cow, broaden across the collarbones. As you exhale, round into your cat, option to hover the knees just an inch off of the mat, gaze towards the belly. So we find that hovering cat, exhale, knees lower, belly lowers, gaze lifts. Exhale, cat, hover the knees, switch the core on, good. 2 more, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat, hover the knees, switch on the core. Fantastic, gently lower the knees to the earth. Keep the right palm planted, inhale, left arm peels open, gaze up, reach up. As you exhale, thread the left arm underneath the right. Lower the left temple to the mat. Good, you have an option to stay here or start to press into this right palm. Let the weight peel into the left knee. The right leg starts to lift behind you, finding your broken table. If the knee is hovering here, can you square the right hip down? Feel your low belly switch on. Good, come back to your breath. On your next exhale, the right knee returns to the mat. Press into the right palm as the left arm unravels. Gaze up, reach up. Exhale, release, left hand to the mat. Inhale, right arm opens, gaze up, reach up. Exhale, thread the needle, right temple, rest down to the mat. Now your left fingertips are spread wide. Option to stay here or start to press the weight into the right knee. Extend the left toes behind you. Can you keep an active foot here so it's either pointed or flexed? Square the hip down and then draw your low belly back up towards the spine. Nice job. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower left knee to the mat. Reach the right arm up towards the sky. And exhale, return right palm to the mat. All right, let's walk the hands one palm print forward, tuck your toes, and send your hips up and back for our first downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And pedal out your heels. Fantastic. On your next inhale, come back to stillness. Really spread the fingertips wide here and then press into the first pad of each finger. This is your Hasta Bandha, your hand lock. Can you wrap the biceps towards the ears? Feel a length travel up your spine. Maybe the knees bend slightly. Take an inhale. Exhale, open mouth, sigh it out. Press the belly back towards the thighs. Good. On an inhale, lift the heels. Articulate forward all the way to high plank. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. And exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Nice job. 2 more just like that. Inhale, ripple forward, high plank. So much strength in our arms today. And exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Last one. Inhale, high plank, Phalakasana. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze towards your hands. Exhale, tiptoe to the top of your mat. Meet me in an Uttanasana, forward fold. Now this first forward fold, we can keep a bend in the knees, Option for hands on blocks, maybe hands to ragdoll. Just arriving, getting kind of curious here. On your next inhale, we rise to a halfway lift. Draw the navel back towards the spine. Reach your crown forward. Exhale, soften everything down. Fabulous. Inhale, root to rise. Arms will blossom overhead. Find a full body stretch. Finding Kali Mudra in the hands overhead. So your thumbs and pointer finger will point straight up. The back 3 fingers interlace. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, side body stretch to the right. Inhale, we rise through center. Exhale, up and over to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, release the mudra. Sink back into your chair, Utkatasana. In your chair, weight is in the heels. Can you feel the tailbone lengthen down towards the mat? The low belly draws in. Palms face down and squeeze the pinkies together behind you. Good. Inhale. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Plant the palms, step back, meet me in a high plank. Nice. Switch on that Hasta Bandha, that hand lock. Shift your weight 1 inch forward, and as you exhale, Chaturanga elbows, we lower slowly all the way to your belly. Nice job. Palms are underneath the shoulders. Let your forehead face down. Exhale, empty everything out. Inhale, peel just the heart off of the mat for your baby cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, Bhujangasana. Exhale, lower. One more, inhale, lift, baby cobra. This time, option to press into the palms. Peel your heart up to any amount for seal variation. Good. As you exhale, let it slither back down. Tuck your toes. Your journey back to a downward facing dog. All right, everybody, we're gonna meet in a down dog. We're gonna add in some layers to this flow. As always, take what you need, leave the rest. Remember, you know your body best. Pedal out your heels. When you're ready, return to stillness. Take a deep, full inhale. As you exhale, start to bend the knees deeply. We lower to a floating child's pose or bear pose. So shins are parallel with the mat. Your knees can splay out to the sides a little bit. Your spine is long. Keep the core engaged. Good. Now on your exhale, we launch forward. Bring left knee to left tricep. Yes. Inhale, come back to your bear. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, come back to your bear. Good. Exhale, launch forward to your high plank. All right. Exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, open, upward facing dog. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, tuck the toes, send your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Beautiful job. Pedal it out here. We're going to incorporate those transitions in between each sequence today. Add in some little fire, building strength in our core and our shoulders. In your next inhale, lift the right toes overhead, 3-legged dog. Option to bend the knee, stack and open the right leg. Keep some weight pouring back into the right palm, square the shoulders. Good, inhale, square the leg, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Step right foot to your right thumb. Lower the left knee down. Inhale, arms sweep overhead, low lunge. Good. Now in this low lunge, we're going to keep the left toes tucked behind you. Beautiful. Inhale, lengthen through the pinky fingers. Draw your belly button back towards the spine. And as you exhale, cactus the arms. Find a back bend here. Inhale, we reach, arms overhead. Exhale, half split. Start to shift the hips behind you. Palms face down, squeeze the pinkies together. So we find this half split with airplane arms. Fantastic. Inhale, start to shift the weight forward into the right leg. Left knee lifts, we rise, crescent lunge. Inhale. As you exhale, airplane arms, pyramid variation. The front leg straightens to a micro bend. Imagine you're gripping the mat off of the floor with your right foot. So we engage this pada bandha, this foot lock. Keep the right hip squaring back, left hip forward. Yes, on your next inhale, we bend into the right leg, windmill the arms open, dial the back heel down, warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. All right, settle into your warrior two. Can you hear me breathing heavy? This one's a little spicy. On an inhale, flip the front palm, reverse the warrior. Exhale, tick-tock the arms, extended side angle. Inhale, we rise all the way to 5-pointed star. Take up space with your body, express your body. Take a moment, maybe feel into the gratitude of being able to move in this way. As you exhale, we bend into Skandasana at the back of the mat. So left knee bends. Hands can come to heart center or down to the mat. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, sigh everything out. Inhale, gaze to the top of your mat. Start to creep and crawl the hands inside of your left foot. Meet me in a lizard. So the right foot is on the edge of the mat. Good. Option to stay here. If you'd like to add in some extra spice in the arms, shift your weight slightly forward. We exhale, lower to a chaturanga variation. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, lower. Good. One more. Inhale, up. Exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, send the right foot back to a downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. All right, here's our little plank to bear sequence. Are you ready? Let's lower the knees to your bear. Take an inhale. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Power forward. Inhale, bear. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, bear. Exhale, plank, launch forward, and find your vinyasa. We lower to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice job. Pedal out your dog here. Inhale, left leg sweeps overhead, 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, stack and open the hip. Inhale, square off. Exhale, knee to nose, draw foot to thumb. We'll lower the right knee down. You can keep the right toes tucked behind you. Inhale, rise. Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. And low lunge. Take a moment. Can you feel into the hips being super square here? Left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale. Exhale, cactus the arms, find your back bend. Inhale, reach, arms overhead. Exhale, shift the hips back, find your half split with airplane arms. Good. So micro bend in this left knee. We curl the toes up towards the nose. Draw the low belly back towards the spine. Fabulous. When you feel ready, we inhale, launch to a crescent lunge. Right knee lifts, arms sweep overhead. Good. Exhale, airplane arms for your pyramid variation. Now we keep the hips squaring. Micro bend the left knee. Make sure to not hyperextend it. And then hinge your hips and your upper body forward to any amount. Yep. Inhale, bend the front knee, blossom the arms open, warrior two. Exhale, settle in. Next inhale, flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. Exhale, tick-tock the arms, extended side angle. Inhale, rise all the way to your 5-pointed star. Take up space, express this energy moving through your body. Exhale, Skandasana, right knee bends. Hands come to heart center or down to the earth. Pause for a moment. Good. When you're ready, hands lower to the mat. Creep and crawl all the way up to your lizard. Hands plant inside of the left foot. Now, option to stay or shift slightly forward. We have 3 chaturanga push-ups. Keep that low belly switched on for this last one. Good, and when you're ready, scooch the left toes out and back to your downward facing dog. Really nice job, everyone. Take an inhale, come back to your breath. Exhale, open mouth, sigh everything out. Here we go, you know what's coming. Exhale, bend the knees to a hover. Find your bear. Inhale to fill. Exhale, left knee. Inhale, bear. Exhale, right knee. Inhale, bear. Exhale, plank. We launch forward. Option for a vinyasa. Find your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. We're going to flow through that sequence one more time, adding in a bit of layers and some breath to movement. Okay, meet me in your down dog when you're ready. Inhale, right leg sweeps overhead. Exhale, bend the knee, stack and open the hip. Flip the dog if it's in your practice. Right toes gently kiss the earth behind you. Peel the right shoulder open. Inhale, come back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, step right foot to right thumb. Back knee lowers, back toes stay tucked. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach. Exhale, half split, airplane arms. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge. Exhale, pyramid, airplane arms. Inhale, open, warrior 2. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. Exhale, tick-tock the arms, extended side angle. Inhale, rise, 5-pointed star. Exhale, Skandasana, back of the mat. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, creep and crawl, top of your mat. Meet me in your lizard. Okay, my friends, you have a few options here. You could find those chaturanga push-ups. You could lower and really melt into this as a hip opener. If you'd like to play with Ekapada Kundanyasana, we'll start to fly here. So you've been preparing for this. As you shift the weight forward, your left elbow hooks underneath the left hip. Keep your gaze moving forward as you catch the upper body on the plank of your triceps. Lift the back leg. Keep the left glute engaged. Good. When you're ready, soften it back down. And we'll meet in a downward facing dog. Really nice job. Pedal it out. Got to add in that little spicy layer of bear. Exhale, bend the knees. Find your hovering child's pose. Inhale. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, bear. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, bear. Exhale, plank. Inhale, shift slightly forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Here we go. Last sequence here. Take what you need. Leave the rest. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bend the knees, stack the hip, flip the dog if it's in your practice. Good, come on back, 3-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, foot to thumb. Lower the right knee down. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, half split. Inhale, crescent lunge. Lift the right knee. Exhale, pyramid variation. Keep those hips square. Inhale, windmill open, warrior two. Dial the back heel down. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, tick-tock, extended side angle. Inhale, five-pointed star, we rise. Exhale, skandasana to the back of your mat. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, creep and crawl back to your lizard. All right, time to play. So your choice, you can stay, push up, or fly into your ekapada. Now our time of ovulation is a really cool and delicious time to try new things, to push ourselves out of that comfort zone a little bit. So if you're with me, plant the hands, start to shift forward like you're gonna take a chaturanga push-up. Tuck the right elbow onto the right hip. Your elbows create this table. Good. Maybe the right toes lift and you fly. Nice. When you're ready, come on down. Whew, beautiful job. Palms plant. Tuck the toes and meet me in your final downward facing dog. All right. Do you have one more bear series in you? This is the last one. Feel the fire, feel the heat, feel the energy moving through your body. Lower the knees to a hover. Inhale to fill. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, bear. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, bear. Exhale, high plank. Option for your final vinyasa. Really nice. Everyone meet me back in your downward dog just for a moment here. And then let the knees kiss down to the earth, cross the ankles, and meet me back in your seat or Sukhasana. Whew. Take a second in your seat, roll the shoulders, maybe roll the head and neck. Beautiful. Send the right leg long out in front of you. Keep the left foot drawn in. Now as we slow down the movement practice today, seeing if you can still keep your awareness on this acute presence that you have in your body. Inhale, fingertips sweep overhead. Exhale, twist to the left. Catch the knee, plant the left hand behind you. Draw the navel back towards your spine. As you inhale, can you lengthen your crown a millimeter higher? As you exhale, deepen a twist. Good. Inhale, come back through center, arms reach overhead. Square the belly over the right thigh and start to fold for your Janu Shirshasana. Same idea here. As you inhale, feel a gentle length tickle up your spine. Exhale, deepen and soften. Inhale, the hands start to walk back towards the thighs. Plant the left hand behind you. Sweep the right arm up and open as you lift the hips for stargazer. Gaze up, reach up. Exhale, soften everything back down to the mat. And let's switch it out. Right leg in, left toes long. Good. Inhale, arms sweep overhead. Exhale, twist towards the right knee. Strong core, long spine. Can you feel the subtle rhythm of your breath? This really gentle pulsing of energy moving through your whole body. Take one more inhale, reach the top of your head a millimeter higher. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, come back through center, arms overhead. Turn towards your left thigh, and as you exhale, we fold Janu Sirsasana. Pause here, take an inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, deepen. Next inhale, we begin to rise. Walk the hands back towards your ankles. Plant the right hand behind you. Peel the left shoulder open as the hips lift. Stargazer. Exhale, soften everything back down to the mat. Scooch a little further forward so you're in the middle of your mat. And as you exhale, we soften everything back down. Good. Melting into this delicious rest. On your back here, we have one more posture before final resting shape. Cross the right ankle over the left knee. Interlace the fingers behind the back of your thigh. Find your supine figure 4. In this posture, can you soften the belly? Soften the jaw. When you feel ready, gently release the bind. Uncross the legs and switch it out. Left ankle over right knee rather. And then find your bind. What else could you soften into in this pose? Can you let all of your awareness wander down into your hip crease? Beautiful. When you feel ready, gently release the bind. We'll pause here for a moment. Take any final postures that your body's craving. Perhaps a happy baby, maybe a shoulder stand, bridge, or wheel. Just allowing your body to take you wherever it wants to go. And when your asana practice is feeling complete, we'll begin our journey into the most important posture of the whole class, your Shavasana. Spread the arms and legs long down by your sides. This is where you get to integrate the practice. You get to integrate all of this delicious energy, this presence that you've stirred up. Tuck the shoulders further underneath you and give yourself permission to take up space here. On your next inhale, fill the belly. Let the breath reach all the way up into the chest. Pause at the top. Exhale, open mouth, sigh everything out. Feel the eyes melt back into your skull. Soften your inner ear. And release the tongue from the roof of the mouth as the jaw slackens. With each exhale, your body melts a little bit heavier into the earth, where you are safe, you are supported, and you are loved. Shavasana. slowly begin to invite little wiggles into your toes. Brush the thumbs against the fingertips, tuning into this sense and awareness of your presence in this moment. Can you feel all of the energy moving through your body? When you're ready, on an inhale, extend the arms overhead. Find a full body stretch. As you exhale, roll to either side in your fetal position. And then gently press your way up to a seat. We'll meet in Sukhasana to close out our practice. It was so fun to practice with you today. If you'd like, bring your hands to heart center. Take a deep, full inhale. Exhale, sigh everything out. An option to bow forward in reverence to the lineage of this practice and to your inner summer. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll hope to practice with you soon.